we are going to be going from zero to website. Uh, TK, welcome. I've been seeing a lot of your streams, and I've really loved the fact that you're now building in public with everything that you do. I've been seeing you've been playing around with AI, with 11 Labs, and really stepping up your ability to build the world that you've been imagining. How you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, man. I'm super excited for this. Obviously, you know how much respect I have for you and the work that you do. And I've been watching in awe, with everything that you've been building over the course of the time that I've known, I think the few years that I've known you. So super excited to be here, super excited to learn, kind of get my hands on this and, see what we end up creating.
For people who don't already know you, can you give a little background on what you've been building with Darkside,
Yep.
and maybe throw in what your relationship has been with code so far?
For sure. So I'm TK. I'm a singer, songwriter, and producer based in Los Angeles, California. My background is purely being a musician and creative within the music and entertainment industry. I discovered Web3 in 2020. And since then, I've been able to carve out a really successful and just a really cool lane within the Web3 space, the music NFT space. And that kind of transitioned me into creating Garden X, which will now be called Eternal Ventures. And through this company, I've been developing a project called Eternal Garden. Eternal Garden is a sci-fi fantasy epic about a mystical seed that has the power to spawn infinite worlds. And within Eternal Garden, we have projects of various form factors. We have a book that'll be coming out. We have music albums, and we have apparel. So within all these different mediums that we release content, we invite and involve creators from their own world to kind of embody characters within the Eternal Garden universe. And through that, they get to tell their own personal story through the art that they express. So one example of that would be myself. I am also a character within Eternal Garden, and the project that I'm working on is called Darkside. And Darkside is this kind of metaphysical journey where I'm just kind of going deep within myself to confront like the darkest parts of my human condition and put them all on Front Street and be very vulnerable about some of the things that I've gone through, but also embodying some of the things that I've seen in other people. So yeah, it's a very cinematic and epic and hard hitting project musically, story wise and depth wise. I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to. But obviously, when it comes to distributing and putting stories and stuff like this out into the world, I have to be aligned with the right technology. And so I have always been someone that has been able to kind of make things work with what I have. So I'm very modular, right? I'm using different platforms. I'm building relationships with platform founders so I can put all these tools together in order to like create the best experience surrounding my art. This is why I became very immersed in the AI space, because AI gave me the ability to realize my ideas and my visions without having to expend a ton of resources, which is always a an issue or a drawback or a restraint for creatives. We're not always in the most lucrative positions as creatives, so we don't always get to do, the full extent of what we want to do creatively. But AI is allowing us to scale ideas and scale franchises much quickly and much more efficiently than we've ever been able to do before. And so, to answer your question about code, I think up until this point, everything I've been doing has been without knowing code whatsoever, right? I've tried to code before, didn't really work out. So I kind of left it behind and just focused on using tools that were available to me. But now it's interesting seeing, obviously the process we're going to go through with Cursor, AI now making code something that is more accessible for a person like myself who spent most of my time mastering the creative side of things. So I think this is going to be a huge unlock for me, and obviously, again, thank you for taking the time out to not only show me this, but show other creatives like myself how to get into this stuff as well.
I want to maximize how much we can build. I have follow-up questions I want to ask, but I know you've got a big vision. So let's get right into the coding part, if that's cool with you.
Yes, sir.
You say you've already downloaded Cursor, but you have not really started using it yet?
Correct.
Would you mind sharing your screen and we'll get started over on Cursor?
Yep, here it comes. Can you see this?
Yep, and everybody can now see.
Fire.
So we got an empty screen. It says open a folder or open with SSH. Can you get started by clicking open a folder?
Oops. Yep.
And we're just going to select, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I'm only sharing the Cursor window. So if I need to share the actual screen, just let me know because there's a pop-up, but you can't see it.
Right. Okay. You're going to select wherever you want to put this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you already have a place? Do you put this is going to be your first time coding, so you probably don't already have a place to put your code. If you want, you can just create a folder on your desktop or in your documents or wherever you like to put projects and just name it whatever the name is. You can name it Dark Side or First Coding Project.
Cool.
And then just open that new folder.
Done deal.
Okay, so we have a totally empty Cursor. There's no code here. A quick walkthrough on what this is. On the left is your file explorer. So on that left bar, as we start to talk to Cursor, it'll fill up with the files that are being generated.
Mm-hmm.
The middle section is going to be where you'll be able to write code. That's like your Word editor in a Microsoft Word. That's the main part of the code editor. And then on the right, if you do Command L, it'll open up the AI portion, which is the new stuff. Are you on Mac or Windows?
I'm on Mac.
Can you do Command L? There it is. And so now we see the chat terminal pop open. And this is where we spend all of our time talking, is on this right part.
Okay, cool.
Any questions so far before we take the first step?
No questions.
All right. The latest updates, if you're watching this and you're a musician and you've been working with Cursor since November of 2024, the new things that we're going to be using are this Composer tab. On TK's screen, you can see in the middle tab on the right panel is a Composer option.
Okay.
If you select Composer, that's the mode we want to be in.
Right here.
Yep. And then right now it's in normal mode. The newest mode is Agent on below the text box on the right where the enter button would be. There's a little toggle between normal and Agent. We want to swap it over to Agent. That way it's going to keep taking actions without us having to step in. This is the key setup that I recommend for musicians. If you have this setup, the AI is going to do everything for you and you don't need to know anything about code.
Wow. Okay,
Starting
cool.
from here, the prompt that I gave to Girl on Tuesday, and we'll do the same one today, is please create a new project using npx create React app.
Please create a new project using, could you say that again? NPX?
npx.
NPX or sorry. NPX?
N as in November.
Sweet. NPX?
November, Papa, Excellencia, and then space, create next app.
Create, say that one more time.
Next app, app.
Sweet.
And send it. So the 3 steps that I try to do with the new project are: first, I do what you're doing, give it a template, have it start with that template. 2, start up some instructions, and step 3, question mark based off of what we're doing. You'll see that each time it wants to do something, it'll have you act. And so you can just go ahead and accept what it's telling you to do.
So just run the command basically?
Yep.
Okay.
And now it will run it on your behalf. It noticed, hey, you don't already have NPM, and so it's going to automatically try to install that for you. Yep, go ahead. And then it's going to say you don't have Brew, and now it's going to try to help you get Brew installed.
Okay. It says pop out
Are you
terminal.
still seeing the 3 dots moving or no? Yeah, I see cancel generation, so it should still be thinking.
Okay, cool. 1 second. Somebody's at my door. Let me go answer it real quick. Okay, we're back. Is it?
Everything okay?
Yeah, somebody was just ringing my doorbell. I was like, who's a delivery guy? All right, we're back.
We're still stuck. So I think it actually got stuck. So can you click cancel generation and then
Okay.
just tell it, I think you got stuck. Can you please continue?
Down here, right?
Exactly.
Can't see my screen. Okay. There we go.
Mm-hmm. And it'll still tell you it doesn't have it. Is a prerequisite, download and install. Okay, it looks like it wants you to do it manually. If it's okay, can you go to that URL that it's telling you to go to on step 1 of could you please?
Could you please, sweet, copy that.
And yeah, we're not gonna see what you're doing. If you could talk us through what you're doing.
No, sure. I can also share this part of my screen if you'd like.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be helpful.
No problem. There we go. Can we see this?
We can see it.
Sweet. So I'm gonna download node.js. I'm gonna run the installer. I know you can't see the installer, but I'm installing it. It's going through the same way I install any app on my computer. It's 314 megabytes, so make sure you have enough space for that. And files are writing. This is really, really quick install. Looks like almost done. Finished.
Let's try going back and tell the
Cool.
chat, hey, I've installed Node now.
Sweet. So let me open share cursor again. There we go.
We can see it.
All right, we back. Cool. So I've installed run.
Mm-hmm. Still saying that it doesn't have stuff. Close all terminal. It seems. Can you do command and then the tilde? The tilde is the little squiggly line in the top left. That should open up a terminal in the bottom of this app.
I'm doing the tilde. Command
it's not opening
tilde.
for you?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Control tilde, not command.
Control tilde. Got you. There it is.
There it is. Now run node-v, node space hyphen v in that
Here?
bottom terminal. Yes, sir.
Hyphen B?
V is in Victor.
V. Thank you.
Okay, node's not found. So you said it was installed correctly?
Yeah, it was. I can do it again.
Node was installed, but we don't see it here. What's it telling us to do? Close the terminal windows completely, open a terminal, navigate to the project directory. We're already there. Once you've done that, let me know. Because the current terminal session doesn't recognize the installed node commands. Yeah, we're seeing that it's not registering node. We need it to register node. You say you installed it.
Yeah.
So
allegedly.
Alleged install.
Yeah, I could also do another install. I could do the old blow on the cartridge, turn cursor off, and turn it back on move.
Let's try closing cursor first.
Okay.
And then reopen cursor.
Cool. Cursor is
We shouldn't
gone.
need to do this, but
You know what can go wrong? Will.
On Monday's stream, I was with Yoshiro from Colombia, and we spent a full hour trying to get over this step. So my goal right now is to see how on this iteration with you, we can minimize the time spent on getting Node working.
For sure. Okay, so let's see. Let's just ask it again.
Mm-hmm. Still not found. Okay, so we gotta retry Node and figure out why the install is not working.
Okay, let's check this out one more time. Is there any type of permissions I may need to give it on my computer? So here I can show you, oh God, please.
Is it possible to just share the entire screen instead of a specific app, or is that not something?
Yes. No, I'll do that. Yeah, for sure. So you can see what I'm looking at. Just need to share the right side. Okay, this one. Are we seeing it? Cool.
Yep, we're seeing it.
So I ran this already.
Yep.
And then here you can see the installation was completed successfully.
Make
Package
sure
bin
that
installed.
that bin is in path. Are you able to copy that line?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And click close. Move to trash is fine, or keep, yeah, whichever. Try it one more time now that we've closed that. Try Node-V and the terminal to the over there. Still no. Can you paste in the right what it told you to do? Can you help me can you help me set up whatever that is? Yeah. Can you help me configure that to my path?
Well, yeah, I guess I should have copied the whole thing. Because it said make sure what again?
I think it's just that. Make sure that looks correct. Go ahead and send that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
There we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, now try running Node-V again. Or yeah, just tell cursor. Can you check if Node is working now? There it is.
Bing bong.
Bing
It had the
bong.
answers to its own question. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, run this npm.
Yeah. Run that. Perfect. Do it. Can you click on that right where your mouse was? Up a little bit in the black box, not on pop out terminal, but actually, yeah, go ahead and pop out terminal.
Cool.
And click Y inside of that on the left.
Right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It just it's just like text. Says.
Yeah. Just type the key Y. It should and then
enter.
Oh,
you're saying type Y. Got you.
There we go. And it says name can only be URL friendly. No capital letters. Okay. Can you hit up on the keyboard? Just hit up on the keyboard.
Yeah.
What happened? Try backspace on whatever that last character is. It looks like a dot, and then send it again. Okay, now name it whatever. Yeah. And no spaces.
Friendly.
Yes, and no spaces.
I see. So now I can change it. Okay, cool. Dark. I'll just say dark side. Whatever.
And just keep hitting enter. These are your options. Just do the defaults. Yep, keep going. And now we've got a dark side project in here, and it's installing. So you see on the left side, we now have a dark side folder. If you expand that, we can see everything that it just set up.
Yep. Cool.
And we'll wait for these packages to get installed. And after they do, you'll type on the right, can you help me run this application? Looks like it just finished.
Cool. I love how you're so polite to the AI. I'd be like, run this application.
Do it.
Run it.
Yep. And I recommend you run that in the terminal down below, but you can also do it right there and then click pop out terminal while it's running. Go ahead and click run.
So run it and then pop it out. Okay, cool.
Yep, but it seems like it wasn't completed. No. Click cancel and then say, I think you're in the wrong folder. Please check your directory before running the.
Oh, cancel generation?
Yep.
Cool.
And then say, I think you're in the wrong folder.
Folder check.
Please, check where you're at before starting the server.
Directory before starting this process.
Perfect. Yep. Can you run that command?
Yes, sorry. Okay.
There it is. And now you can pop out the terminal.
All right. Okay. Allow. There we go. Pop out.
Okay, and you've got an app running now.
Let's go.
You'll
I don't know
go
what
to
that means, but let's go.
If you can open up a new browser and go to localhost 3000.
On this side?
New like Google Chrome or Brave or whatever your Safari
Okay.
Yep. We're gonna go to your app now and see what it looks like.
Cool. Let me bring it over really quick so you guys can see. Localhost.
And then in that one. No. Type in the browser localhost 3000.
It's moving too quick. Okay, localhost 3000.
That's it. This is your local application. This is running on your own computer. You now have a website that is working on your own computer.
Whoa. Okay, breakthroughs are happening. Now what?
Let's go back to the code, and now we'll set up how we're going to drive from here on out. On the left side in your file explorer, can you right click and then say new file?
On the right side of my file explorer,
on the
left click, and then we want new file.
Try right clicking below all the files. There you go. Name it instructions.mb.
Instructions.mb?
MB is in dad.
Is in Maryland. Okay, cool.
Yep, is in Maryland. Enter. This is where you will write your vision for DarkSide step by step. So go hashtag instructions, hashtag space instructions. This is the hashtag symbol symbolizes the title in Markdown. So just go hashtag space instructions. Everything you do in here is your preference. This is how I prefer to set up the instructions. But if as you start to build, you want a different structure, how I'm defining this is purely something that I've invented and is not required at all.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and do 2 new lines and then do double hashtag space goal. Colon. And now we're going to write out whatever your goal is for this site. Express kind of simply and high level.
Create a simple website that displays a secret coded message. Period.
Now let's go 2 new lines and then go double hashtag steps.
Yep.
And then do a new line and then go 1 period. And now we're going to define step 1. And the first step, tell it change the text to have change the page to have a big header that says DarkSide.
Sweet.
Save this. And now over on your composer on the right, click add context, or actually down in the box below, just go at instructions, like you're tagging. Yep. And now start typing instructions.
1 second. I don't know if caps matters here, but
there it is.
Tap that.
Yep, and now say, please implement step 1.
No way. Will I, if I'm on the page, will I see it in real time?
Yes, you will. You'll need to approve it. It'll ask you to click the
Gotcha.
button first.
Okay.
So first it read the page, it got all the info of what it's doing, and now it's suggesting changes, and you can just click accept.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I have a wire kind of blocking.
And let's run back over to the website and see if you can see your change.
Woo! Let's go. Hello world.
This is our hello world. TK's got
Hello
his
world.
first app.
Let's go. Okay.
Questions or thoughts so far? This is further than I was able to get with most musicians going from square one. How are you feeling right now?
I have one question.
Shoot.
When do we start making money?
That's step 2. Let's go ahead and make $1 million.
Okay, great. No, I mean, obviously I want to, there is still a learning curve. Just, I think getting it set up, once you kind of get through those steps, you understand, and then knowing kind of what are the different components of the package, I think will be important. But I feel like with anything, once you just understand what you're dealing with, the fact that I can just have a conversation with it and it will do the things. I have to know how to ask it, right? By priming it with certain lines of code, which are not even like difficult lines of code, I'm sure, in the grand scheme. So that's like super intuitive already.
There's 2 options we can proceed. We can either get a design first, or we can so now we're just iterating. We have the app running, and now we're just going to define more steps. So for you, what would be the most impactful simple site? Where do you want to reference our Twitter combo to know what's next? Do you already have the vision?
So yeah, I can explain a bit about the project and maybe we can walk through it together. So the idea is that there is this alternative timeline version of me that kind of simultaneously exists in the future and the past. And they've essentially, my character as a real person is a reincarnate of this person, right? So of this past version of myself. And so they've put this kind of like failsafe in my mind that unlocks at a certain point. And I go through this metaphysical journey where I'm in this simulation and I'm actually traveling through what in my experience is a physical space known as dark side. And so this simulation, this failsafe that was placed within my psyche is called the Dark Side Protocol. So I actually have I can show you, I'll pull it up really quick so you can check it out. Let me search it real quick. I'll do it on this side so I don't expose anything sensitive. There we go. So if you can see this, so I have what's called the Dark Side Protocol, right? And it's interesting because I kind of tried to write it out like lines of code in a way.
Right.
So, Dark Side Protocol, the input is TK, the output, input is TK present, the output is TK awakened, the simulation parameters, the guide protocol, spirit guide, identity, role, trigger, and then the stages that I go through when I'm in this experience, the confrontation. So basically the trials that I have to face or like the situations I have to face. Dark Side has 7 pillars of darkness, which are like different, I guess, ailments within the human condition that cause us to act certain ways. So conditionalism, savior complex, deception, lust, entitlement, attachment, paranoia, conceit. All of these are directly tied to songs that are on the album. So within this world, I'm coming face to face with these different ideas, and they're represented in all of the music. So long story short, I make it through. I get to Revelation. Spirit Guide reveals their true identity as Arcadian TK, which is like the pre-incarnate version of myself. We talk about the purpose and then the integration. So me now embodying my true self, essentially. So that's it. You know, there's the output state, the core themes, the post awakening directives. So like basically now that I am this awakened TK, what do I do with my new power? Pretty much. So I would love to be able to like copy this over to the site in some way. I don't know if that's how it would work, but I would even love it if it's kind of something where you go to it and like maybe you press enter and you get a new line every time, or maybe it's like it's maybe, and maybe this could be the next time, but to get the next step, maybe you have to like answer a question, right? So it would be cool at least to get maybe to the point where we can show this on the site, and then maybe there's a prompt where it's like question and answer, and then you unlock the message. Let me know. Let me know.
This is a storytelling experience. It sounds like this is like not necessarily an info page or a page where I'm going to swap or a page where I'm going just to get info. It sounds like this is an immersive experience where I land on the page. I start off at the top of your journey, and then I work through everything that you defined in that document to get to the end state. And the goal is to immerse the fan through that whole experience, right?
Yes.
I think it would be a great idea to just copy and paste that entire list that you had and put it here in your instructions doc.
Wow. Okay, cool. So let's start with this. Oh, wait, Dark Side Protocol. I'm gonna have to go back and forth a little bit. Bear with me. So I can start it on 7, or where do I do it?
Go ahead and do a couple new lines and then do double hashtag space resources.
How do I tab? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. And then just paste however much of that document you want into that underneath that.
Next line, right? Cool. Let's do it. And I would do another line, correct?
Yeah, put here freeform however you want to just dump the info in.
Got it.
You could Command A on the whole page, or you could do it like you're doing, highlight it one at a time.
Cool. Sweet.
You want to start with less and start with this, or we could also put in the whole thing so that it kind of understands the overall trajectory.
Let's do the whole thing. Should I get rid of any lines between these, or is this fine?
It's fine. Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. So sorry, it's like
there's also a copy button, it looks like, in the top right.
Oh, great. Look at that. I did it in a JavaScript code block on Notion, just for aesthetic purposes. I have red here. Does it mean it's too much, or what's the block?
No, it's trying to auto suggest you delete. Just hit escape and it'll stop suggesting.
Great. And then it's suggesting things. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's constantly doing autocomplete and trying to anticipate your next move.
That's really crazy because I did that already. Because the next thing is revelation, but like awakening is exactly what it is. It's like actually reading it in real time. Okay, this one didn't tab in here. So
backspace first. Command Z. When you're pasting it, you're already tabbed, indented. So if you want to untab it.
Okay. Why is it doing that?
You want both 3 and 4, right?
Yeah. Well, I just want 4 now. I have 3 already.
Okay.
1 second. Oh, yeah. 3 and 4. Why did it?
3's tabbed over because you were tabbed over when you pasted it, but 4 looks like it's correct. So if you backspace.
This? Backspace this or backspace?
No, Command Z. Go back to before you pasted. Now backspace.
Yep. Cool.
Now paste. There.
Oh, fire. Okay, cool. And then all right. And last but not least, cool. That's everything.
And if I'm understanding your vision right, you want each of these numbered steps to be a different kind of page on the experience. You start off with number 1, you do some action and that brings you to number 2, and there's 4 overall transitions. Is that accurate?
I think my overall vision, like my actual final vision, is like all of this entire document, like essentially types itself out. Like each time, it's like kind of like what we're doing now is like
Mm.
it'll ask a question or whatever, and then it'll you'll press enter, and then it'll show you the next part on the same page. For now, though, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it like on separate pages, but it would be cool if it like fills out kind of like you're having a conversation with a GPT.
If I'm hearing you right, what you would like is you land on the page and it auto, like a typewriter, starts typing out point 1, and it waits at
Yes.
the end of point 1 for some input on the user.
Yes.
Let's start with that. Can you scroll back up to your steps, and then we'll make a step 2?
Yep.
And we'll say exactly what I just said. So after step 1, do a new line, and then say, update the landing page to use a typewriter effect to type out all of, to type out the initial settings or the initial state of DarkSide. And then go ahead and do a new line.
Yep.
And then tab over to make it indented. And let's copy and paste from the resources which specific, what is the specific text you want to have in the initial state.
Sorry, 1 second. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And then tab over.
The autocomplete does this to me too. Command Z to undo it.
Yep.
Hit enter.
Yep.
Hit escape so that it doesn't do the autocomplete. And now tab.
There it is. Boom. Okay. And copy the part that I want, right?
Yes. Whatever you want to be typed out initially without any sort of user engagement. It's just, yeah. And if you can, tab it over so that it all stays as like a sub point of 2.
Tab over again.
Highlight from where your mouse is right now up into the start of input, and then hit tab.
Got you.
Save that and tell cursor to implement step 2.
Cool. I do it down here.
Yes, sir. There it is. Getting rid of all the politeness.
Love it. I don't see a step 2 in the instructions file.
Oh, can you save the file?
How do I do that? Command S?
Command S, yep.
Cool.
Oh, now it sees it. Great.
Yeah, it was like, that's pretty dope though. Okay. And then accept.
Mm-hmm.
Then check the page.
Yep.
Where is the page? Oh, here we go.
Try refreshing.
Wow. That's hot. So I'm going to change this really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I want to change it to actually only have this first. And I might even add initiated or initialization. I actually like that better. And then I'll ask cursor to rerun it, right?
Yeah, tell it you updated step 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I'm about to have so much fun with this, bro. Here's the thing, bro. I hyperfixate, so you might come back to something insane. Okay, cool. So accept. My mouse is acting weird. Sorry. Accept, and then come back to the page, refresh. Cool. And then let me ask you this. Sorry, this is where I start taking over. Types out the initial stage of DarkSide. Type each line 1 by 1.
Would you mind doing this as step 3 instead of expanding step 2?
Yes. No problem at all. So 3, type each line one by one.
Yeah, yeah. I recommend do it. Go ahead and try that. Try that. See what happens.
Just a question, because since you told me to do this, does it kind of read all the steps simultaneously and that's how it knows how to act? Is that why it's okay to put this as step 3?
Again, this is a personal thing that I do. This instructions file is
Yeah,
not
got
widely
you.
adopted by coders. So everything that I'm telling you is like, this is how I cook. This is not necessarily anything that if you go and ask Google, it's going to tell you this is how you do it. This is all personal preference. So if
Well,
you like, I actually want to do it a different way, ignore me. This is just what I've done and it works.
yeah, I mean, look, if you like it, I love it. You're the best dev I know. So I'm trying to do it how you do it. Still working. I might have needed to be more specific, but love it.
Is that what you wanted?
That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Look at that. And honestly, just as a vibe check, I would get rid of the title.
Do it.
Yeah.
Step 4.
Step 4. Remove the dark side title from the page. Run step 4, and then I forgot to say it. Can I save while it's doing stuff?
I don't know if what do you mean?
I just wanted to save the project again, but I don't know if since it's processing. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Wait, I don't know if you saved it. Do you see how in the top bar of all the files, there's a white dot beside instructions.md?
Yes, I need to
That
save it
white-
every time, right?
Yeah, if you don't save it, Cursor won't see your change.
Got it.
But it looks like Cursor got your change there.
Okay.
So
Oh, it's gone already.
clean.
Woo! All right. Cool.
So at this point, it's just doing exactly what you do. I define what is the smallest next step, make
Yeah.
that 0.5, tell it to implement it, and then come back. And so usually this is what I do on a normal daily basis when I code is I'll usually define out a step, I'll tell it to implement, and while it's implementing, I'll be like, I'm already going to start to think about the next 2 things that I want it to do. And then my goal is just to fill in the next couple steps and instructions with the things that I'm anticipating are like the smallest next 2 or 3 steps.
Yeah.
Cursor is the dev that's constantly writing the code. And then I just jump between filling out instructions, jumping over to the browser to see if it's implementing the steps right. And if it didn't do it right, then we stop and take a step back. But you've got the full cycle. This is what I do, is
Got it.
exactly what you're doing and just step by step.
Okay. I like this number 6 recommendation. How do I get it? Do I just press enter?
Press tab.
Tab. Nice. What would you say? So I would like it to kind of repeat their name. So what would you say because the idea was that you were kind of just going through, like you were just third person, but I think it could be interesting to make it a first person experience. Like you type in your name and it's like you're going through it yourself. So if I wanted to say input Claire, right? Output Claire. I would say when the user presses enter, the text box should clear and the typewriter effect should start typing. Then the next line of DarkSide protocol, I could say replace TK with the input. Oh, sorry, replace TK with the name of the user, right?
Yep.
Cool. Sorry, paste that and then tab this. I'll just next line, I guess. Replace TK with the name of the user. Okay, and then save that. Please run steps.
I recommend keep it one step at a time.
Okay,
This
cool.
is you probably know this in your own use of AI. The more broad of a goal you give it, the more likely it is to hallucinate and not do what you want.
Yeah,
So I try to keep my steps as simple and well defined as possible so that we can keep it on track.
gotcha. Done deal.
We've got roughly 10 minutes left.
Yep.
I think there's two options. We can either keep going down this, and I'm looking over your shoulder as you're building out your vision in real time,
Mhm.
or we can deploy this so that it's hosted and you have right now you're running it on localhost,
Yeah.
and you can't share that URL with anybody else. Nobody else can see the page. We could publish it and host it for free so that you actually have a link that you can post, I can look at, and then it's already deployed for free. And then as you're making these updates, those updates you can push onto your page. Which would you prefer?
Let's add, if we can, let's add one more line and then try to deploy.
Perfect.
So accept. Let me just check this. Wow.
Love it.
Press enter, nothing's happening. Did I not specify?
Did you tell it to do anything on Enterpress?
I thought I did. When the user presses enter, the text box should clear.
Now tell it to do step 6.
Duh. That's perfection. And then now we run step 7 so it knows. This is dope because like the tagline for this for Darkside is this is like your villain origin story. And what I say often is like your villain origin story starts here. So this is kind of a cool experience. Let's just start this over. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. All right. And then I want to say, well, I'll just dump the rest of it into like the next input. So I can say, I'll just say 8. Create a text box that with the prompt, are you ready to enter Darkside? And then I'll do 9. If the user, we'll just say says yes. Cool. Says no. Cool. That's all I want. And then I would add, I guess I would say, I would actually technically need to make this 10 or not 10. I would tab it, right? And I would take the rest of this. Whoops. And just paste it in there again.
Yeah, or alternatively, you can delete the first part from resources and in your tab, just say all the text is in resources below. So maybe just delete that first part that's not highlighted.
This right here.
Yeah, delete that. And then wherever you were going to put that tab, I believe on line 19, do a tab and then a hyphen.
Yep. Tab hyphen.
And then say reference the text below in resources.
Text in resources. Cool.
That looks good.
So let's just say run step 8. I think that's where we're at.
Correct.
Hopefully we can get this done in time so we could deploy really quick.
Wow.
Cool. And then I'll be nice. Great. Run step 9.
You're such a kind overlord. It's not doing it. Maybe delete the period. It might be checking explicitly for just
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking about that. Like, what if somebody types something else? So I need to figure out what that is. Crazy.
It's even throwing in my name in there.
Yeah. Then eventually I'll figure out like fonts. It's actually cool. Like this is like a very close font, to what it would be. Cool. Scroll down. Activated during peak life disruption. Stops there for some reason, but honestly, it's not a problem right now. All right, so can we? Oh, one more thing. Sweet. Let's do this again. Oh,
I was
I did that
confused.
wrong. I was supposed to say no. I was supposed to say no.
You're just ready to go.
I want to go. I'm ready to go. Like, no. And it
Ooh,
did it
even
in
in
red.
red. Look at it taking creative liberties.
That's really cool. Fire. Okay. Can we deploy this in 60 seconds?
Let's try. I want to get this all the way. I think that'll be a nice conclusion. Can you open up a new
Yeah.
browser tab and go to github.com? And if you don't already have an account, we're going to need you to set up one right now.
I do have one, I think, but what my login is, Lord knows. So I'm just gonna create a new one really quick. I'm glad I can actually use GitHub for once, because that's always been a thing. Is like I've always just been like, I have no idea how to use GitHub. One sec. They didn't like my password. So confused.
It's not liking your passwords.
Yeah. Let me think. Okay, this one worked. Please solve a puzzle. Great. You guys can watch me solve the puzzle. Please use the arrows to face the object in the direction of the hand. All right. All right. Un segundo. Tell me why I got an email from Versal or Versal, however you say it, that literally says Node.js will be discontinued Friday.
Oh,
It's like a
Vercel's where we're going next. So
interesting. I've literally never I've never seen an email from them in the wild, and the day that I actually do something concerning Node.js, they send me an email about it.
we don't support it. Hey TK, we see you trying to build something, so
Yeah.
stop supporting it.
Man, the love be so fake, the hate be so real. Okay, I didn't get a code. One sec. You're gonna hate me. Put in the wrong email. All right, we should be good now. Visual puzzle again. Email has been sent. We live.
Awesome. Click the plus button in the top bar on the right.
Right here?
Yep, new repository.
Cool.
Name it whatever you want. And then throw it up in the name as well, up above. And click save. You fine with it being public for anybody to take your code?
Absolutely.
Create it. Copy that URL.
Up top,
I'm
right
sorry,
here?
in the blue box.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, copy that.
Mm-hmm.
And go back to cursor. Let's see if we can do this how I expect. On the left side, in your file explorer right now, you see some lines underneath the file doc up top in the doc
Yeah.
tab.
Mm-hmm.
There's two to the right. It has 3 dots with a couple lines connecting it to the right of the magnifying glass. Can you click on that one?
This right
That
here.
one. Yep. Yeah, do that. Install Homebrew if you don't already have it. Install Mac ports if you don't already have it. We want to do one of those commands. We tried using, yeah, I think Homebrew is typically better, but you don't have it. So click on Homebrew and let's try to download it real quick.
Cool.
Copy that command.
Right here.
Yeah. And then go back into Cursor.
Cool.
And on the left side in your terminal, Command C. Yep. Click inside of the terminal and Command C. That's going to crash your server so that it's not running anymore.
Command C is not.
Control C. I'm sorry.
Cool. Oh wait. Oh, there it is. Okay.
And now paste the command and hit enter. You should be able to close that. And this is going to be your computer password. Don't worry, it's not going to show up on the screen. Whatever letters you type aren't going to appear in the box. Keep your password safe.
Cool.
Hit enter. And while it's doing that, can you go back and get out of the Homebrew page and we'll go back to that Get page?
Okay. Oops. This.
Maybe let's research for, or no. Yeah, you just try, the pop-up popped up from Cursor. So I guess we'll go back to Cursor and click that link again on the left. There you go. And now copy the brew command without the $sign. We don't want that $sign.
Okay.
Perfect. And once this command finishes running, looks like it might, no, it's still going. The setup is the most confusing and hardest part. All of this, the blockers have been one-time setups. Get Node set up, get Git set up, get Homebrew set up. These are things you do once on a computer and then you'll never need to do it again.
Got you. Cool.
Compared to the last time you tried to code, what have been the differences you felt in this experience?
In Maestro, a guide, and then just being able to, like, obviously the AI component is massive, like just being able to articulate what I want to do, right? Because there's a world, I assume there's a world where I could say, hey, I want to do XYZ. Could you show me what the code is for XYZ? Even if I wanted to learn code from my own brain, right? So this kind of completely changes everything. Like I wasn't going to sit down and like take the time and like go watch videos for this, right? But this makes me feel like, okay, well, I can have a conversation and learn some things that I need to know. But all this to say, I mean, I've never done this before. I've never even made it this far. So, and when I thought I made it this far, nothing ever worked. So, yeah.
I'm wondering if it's stuck or if it's actually still doing stuff.
Yes.
Can you open up an actual terminal? Can you go Command space and then type into that bar that pops up terminal?
Yeah.
And we want that brew command. So can you stop what's running in the terminal on Cursor with Control C?
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it a couple times. Oh, you can't. Wow. Never seen that before.
Well, at least it's still installing.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to get this done. This is important. I'm late for another meeting, but this is important. I want to get this end to end. This will be the first musician video where we actually went from 0 to getting it deployed. So I would like to finish. Are you okay on time?
I do have to go, I have a video shoot that starts at 2 o'clock actually, so I do have to go probably within the next like 10-ish minutes. If we can pull it off, that'd be great. If not, I would obviously would love to deploy it too, but I don't mind getting back on maybe later. But you let me know.
We both have other things to do, so maybe it is best to wrap it up here
Yeah.
and let the ideas percolate of your newfound coding abilities. And anytime you want to set up another one of these, you just let me know.
Okay. Fire. I mean, this is great though. I'll definitely, I know you're in a different time zone, but maybe tomorrow or something. Oh, wait, look at that. Downloading and installing Homebrew. Done. Where do we go from here?
Did it finish writing? It might be frozen on my side. I don't see, it looks like it's.
It said it's finished. Well, yeah, downloading and installing Homebrew, remote. Done.
But then it's still, can you control C now? Because it's still not actually in your finished terminal. Try pasting that command that you have copied, but I think we might have, try that. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to hit up twice on your keyboard to it wasn't finished doing the brew stuff. Try that again.
Whoops. This?
That one, yeah. Yeah, that one. Is it any faster doing it on the second attempt, or is it going to be just the same speed?
It's moving now. It's selecting things.
There we go. Now try pasting what you have copied to your clipboard. Send it. Right click on, or we want to do a new terminal. Can you click on the right side? There's a plus button. If you move your mouse to the right and now up, that plus button. Perfect. And now paste the command. Brew's not found. On the right, tell cursor, I just installed Brew, but it's still telling me that it's not installed. Is there a command I need to run to load Brew into my path? Okay, try pasting the command again. And if it doesn't work, on the left one.
Oh,
it might not. Is it working now or
should I just hit this?
No, we want to install Git,
Okay.
not Node. Click plus to open up a new terminal and then do it again. Okay, paste it on the right and say, use Brew to install Git. And reject what it's currently offering. Click the reject button too, please.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect. Nice.
Like, are these things that you would have to do yourself?
Yeah, I would usually, before Cursor, I would be doing all this on my own in my terminal.
Like right, like if you ran that command and it wasn't working, then you would basically go do all the stuff that it's doing right now.
Yeah, if I got the commands that you're seeing on the left, I would go over to Google and I'd search it, and it would probably take me to go through these bugs. It usually takes a couple days for most devs to get up and running. So
Oh,
the fact that we got it done in an hour is a testament to how awesome these tools are.
wow. Okay.
Click pop out terminal.
Okay, it says on the right side it says git version. Disable silent rules. There we go. Claire, can you send me the address? Send me the address. Thanks. What's it looking like?
You tell me whenever it's time to go.
I got you. What time is it in Argentina right now? Or Buenos Aires? Sorry.
6:20
PM or AM?
p.m.
Okay.
I think I'm 5 hours ahead of you.
Got it. Okay. It's not bad at all.
It's 1:20 for you.
Yep, 121. Oh wow, my phone died. Yep, 121. So got a dark side video shoot.
Don't know what happened, but since we've been sitting here silently, the number of viewers has jumped up by 100.
Really? It always happens that way, right?
The things I think will go viral don't get any views, and then the stuff where it's just us sitting quietly causes jumps.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, they can go back. They can go back and watch. Hello, everyone.
Finally. On the left, can you click reload underneath the blue button? Underneath the blue button.
On the left. Oh, here we go.
And then click those dots again on the left. It's the tab.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And initialize repository. Okay, I think we need to use that terminal down below. Can you go back to GitHub and copy the URL that was in GitHub?
Okay.
Yep. Copy. And try typing in that box above the blue commit button. Try typing initial commit. And then right below the blue button in changes, there's those pluses. Click that plus right there, and that'll add all the files that we've written. And now click commit. Yeah, save all and commit's fine. Okay, it doesn't know. So click cancel. We have to do it from our terminal. So go down, yep, right where you are right there. And then say git, 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 space remote, space origin. I'm sorry, git remote add origin. And then after a space, paste your URL.
Run.
Run. Git remote dash v. Dash v is in Victor. Perfect. Try saying git commit dash m and then put in quotes initial commit. Perfect. We had 2 T's in commit. We need 1. Hit up on the keyboard to go back. And now use your arrow keys.
Wait. Am I crazy? Okay. All right.
Use your arrow key to move the cursor backward. Oh.
Oops.
Go back down.
Oh, the first one.
There
Got it. Okay, there we go.
That's it. Okay, now click that publish branch button that's on the left side.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's an email thing.
It might be on cursor. It might be showing over on cursor right now.
Well, okay, got you.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you see it?
Yeah, I see it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. Oops. Okay.
Cool. Can we go back? And it's probably finished. So let's go back into the Brave browser, Chrome browser, and go back to GitHub and then refresh that. The tab that's already open. To the left, 2 tabs.
Oh, so okay.
Refresh that. And you just pushed your first code block up. Let's open up Vercel in a new tab.
Okay.
Start deploying or login, yeah, whatever. Click continue with GitHub.
Sweet.
And click install. Import. Okay. Root directory, click edit and select that dark side. Continue. And go ahead and deploy. So once you've set this up, anytime you make a change, on the left side, you can use that to push your changes to Git.
Okay.
And from now on, anytime you push a change, it will automatically trigger a new build like it's doing right now, and it'll deploy it to your own custom domain so that you can share that link with your friends.
Got you. So I would do what's the process of adding the custom domain?
It's going to give you a domain for free right now.
Oh, cool.
And you can change that within their subset of domains to whatever name you want.
Yep.
And after that, if you bought a domain and you want to connect it, you can also configure that here in Vercel.
Got you. I could figure that out for sure. Okay.
But we're at the end of it. You have gone from not having any cursor, click continue to dashboard. And then there's our URL, darksideprotocol.vercel.app.
Sorry about that. That's it, right?
But the lower one. That one. Cool. Try that one.
Woo!
And now you can share this with me. You can tweet it live. This is your domain, and you don't have to pay any money for it.
Wow.
Share it with me. You want to see me do that?
Yeah, I do.
Stop sharing and I'll.
Cool. Let me come back to you quick. This was amazing. Is there a? Can you see it if I put it in this chat right here?
Probably. Yep,
Sweet.
I got it. I'm gonna share screen. And it's working. Access denied.
Wow.
You just built your first app.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much for this, bro. This is amazing. Thank you for what you're doing for creators. You know, I put out this tweet recently. I was like, creators are not users, creators are builders, because I feel that everybody, like, there's so many incredible developers and founders that are building products, tools, platforms, right? But I feel like these ideas are only as good as the people that are using them and showing why they are purposeful in the first place. And for a lot of these tools and products and platforms, those people are the creators that are basically taking these things to market, and they're also the ones that bring more users or bring users to the stage. So it's dope to be able to like fringe be on this side of things. And all it does for me is like really validate that, because now not only am I actually implementing my creativity into this workflow, you know, but I can now add this to my creative process, if that makes sense. And it just becomes like another creative tool for me. So this was an amazing experience. I'm glad I stayed. And you know, I'm gonna have to rush to other things, but just this is super exciting. I've like had this, even though it's super simple, I've had this vision in my head for a minute, like, yo, how are we gonna do this? We gotta figure out somebody that can do it. And like the fact that it was actually this much at my fingertips is insane. So thank you, bro. I appreciate this. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for you're doing